1-5 at this time of the year.
Sean is thinking what now? What are Sean's keys to the game as he goes in the locker room right now and thinks about what they're going to do?
Well, I think the new formation is going to help out a lot. I think it's going to be able to control the clock, and that's something that in a situation that they're in right now where you want to do anything you can to get a W before Thanksgiving Day, or at least toward the end of the season. So they're going to try to control the clock probably as best as possible and just try to score as soon as possible, because the field's a little bit wet and it's going to be getting colder as the night goes on.
And Paul, you've seen Woburn play a few times this year, a new quarterback, but nonetheless, they're still looking for the same type of results.
Exactly. Woburn's offense, basically, is going to be Gary Mallory's number 41. He's their whole offense. He's run for 724 yards to date, and he's also an excellent receiver. So I would look for Gary Mallory, and also Woburn's offensive line, led by number 74, Eric Rennell. Big, strong kid, 6'2", 235. They're going to be running a lot behind him tonight.
Well, there you have it. We're just moments away from the opening kickoff at Varsity Field in Burlington, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment. First down and 10. Back to pass, looking. Here's a throw to LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Oh, there we go! He has some sideline room. There we go! 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 40. What a play! Wow! What a play, man! It was the old hook and lateral. He goes straight back to pass. Good protection up front. Throwing over the middle of the field. Complete to Richardson at the 18-yard line. Inside of him, Richardson to the left. Back to pass. Here's a quick one over the middle of Blank. Steps inside. 30, 25. It's a foot race, and he's going to win this one for a touchdown. Mark LeBlanc. What a beautiful throw by Matty Good. On third down, back to pass, Gordon. He's on a rush, steps up into the pocket, throws over the middle to Richardson at the 35, 30, and he's brought down at the 28-yard line. Here's Gordon now, straight back to pass, straight drop back, looking, throwing over the middle to LeBlanc, is caught at the 31-yard line, and he brings it inside the 25. Great pass. Again, D'Agostino in the game, quick pitch left as LeBlanc, left, steps inside, dives, touchdown. Great play call. here at Varsity Field, just moments away from the opening kickoff. Stephen, we mentioned an absolutely beautiful night, and we know that you bring with you the latest in the national weather forecast.
Certainly, Dan. It's an absolutely beautiful night. Game time temperature is 48 degrees and sinking. The wind is going to be certainly a factor, blowing out of the north at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 20. The field surface is grass and is relatively dry after last night's debacle of rain, just about 2 inches falling over southern New England. And the forecast for the rest of the night will be clearing and lows all the way down to the upper 20s, Dan. I'd say mid-30s by the end of the game, and an absolutely beautiful sunset and a nice cool evening for football in southern New England.
Absolutely beautiful. The captains are meeting in the middle of the field for the Red Devils. Number 61, Pete Mohan. Number 8, Brian Stebbins. And 47, Steve Yevanian. And special teams captain of the week is number 45, Sean McGee. For the Woburn Tanners on the other side of the field, of course, I'm at the fight to see their captains. I know one of them is number 52, David Levine. We're going to hear a lot about David Levine in tonight's contest. 71, Rob Nickerson, and maybe number 27, Matt O'Connor, the three captains for the Tanners. Which one of you guys saw the opening kickoff, opening toss?
Burlington receives.
So Burlington wins the toss. They receive now. They'll be in their home red uniforms, red pants, white helmets with the red stripe down the middle of it, and of course the blue and white trim on the uniforms. For the Woburn Tanners, they're wearing their away white uniforms, orange numbers, black pants, black helmets with the orange and white trim. What are we waiting for here? The officials are on the field. I don't think the national anthem will be played tonight. The band is not here today. The band
An optional evening.
The band turned in an absolutely stellar performance over in the parade today. Well, they are addressing the flag, so we're probably just moments away from the national anthem here at Varsity Field in Burlington.
Well, the refs got faked out, Dan.
It doesn't take much to fake out officials.
Dan, with 30 seconds in, you've already attacked them.
You just see when Paul and I did the field hockey game.
Looks like no national anthem tonight.
No. Yes.
No
Paul
way.
and I did a field hockey game. I did 3/4 of it. I had to go back to work.
Didn't have a clue what we were talking about.
No, I did it once and I didn't have a clue either.
At least Paul didn't call any sand traps. So nonetheless, Burlington will receive. They'll defend the goal to our right, the south goal, going from right to left. The wind is a crosswind, about 25 miles per hour. And teeing the ball up for Woburn is number 10, Derek McEnanty. Of course, Derek McEnanty kicked a 35-yard field goal last week against the Red Raiders. And we're just moments away from the opening kickoff here at Varsity Field in Burlington. McEnanty puts his foot into the ball and we're underway. Kick comes up short. Lawrence will field it at the 20, out to the 25, 30, seam up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets out over the 35 to about the 37-yard line, where he's hog-tackled there by a bunch of Tanners, led by number 12, Eric Sherry.
Well, pretty solid return, Dan. Also, they basically, Burlington goes back to the set up the wall with the front line, and the back is just expected to tuck it up. He makes a goal call and goes right up behind his blocker, so a nice job on the return.
The Red Devils on offense. We'll have Matt Gillis, 77, and Greg Guerra, 62, with the tackles. 51, Matt Sherburne, and 52, Matt Leary, the guards. Andrew Bishop, number 63, is center. They're starting their airplane attack tonight with two wingbacks. David Burnaby, number 34, seeing his first Mike Burnaby making his first varsity appearance. He'll be in the backfield along with Kyle Lawrence and Ryan Contreras. The wide receivers, Peter Chen and Brian Stebbins. And the quarterback is Steve Yevanian. On first down and 10, let's make it the 36-yard line. Wide to the left, Chen, wide right, Stebbins. Again, the airplane set up two wingbacks. Contreras now moves in motion. Here's the inside handoff to number 34, Mike Burnaby, and he bangs out over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Well, basically, Dan, just a counter trap to the backside. What Burlington is going to do most of the night out of that formation, like we talked about in the pregame, is they'll be able to run a lot of traps inside. It's a misdirection, which doesn't give the linebackers much of a read on the fullback. Also, Woburn, again, out in the 5-2. They're known for going man coverage or man-to-man on the outside with the two-deep zone behind the cover on the defensive backfield.
Gain of 7. Let's make it 2nd down and 3. Once again, wide left is Chen, wide right is Stebbins. Contreras starts in motion again. Here's the inside handoff. It's a fake. Pitch out to Contreras, right side. Steps up into the hole and meets nothing but white shirts. Leading the charge there for the Tanners is number 53, David Levine.
It's a flag on the play, Danny.
A little bit of a...
Looks like against Woburn.
Yeah, I think they were getting a little bit excited over there as the referee blew a whistle. They may not have waited long enough.
Personal foul against Woburn.
Now the size of Woburn is going to be a factor here today, Paul. Burlington a little bit smaller. What's Woburn going to try to do with that size?
Woburn is extremely big up front. Burlington, I think, is going to have a hard time running. I think if they attack the ends, Danny, they're big up on the guards and at the tackle positions, Woburn. So I think Burlington to go outside would probably be their best bet.
Tack on 15 yards to Contreras' run. Moves the ball into Woburn territory at the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Big thing too, Dan, about the size factor is that the low man wins in football. So Burlington offensive linemen need to stay low and attack.
Wide left Chen, wide right Stebbins. Again, airplane formation. Yvanian calling signals. On 1st down and 10. Turns and gives on the misdirection play to Contreras going left to right. Drives out over the 40 and inside to about the 39-yard line, where he's tackled over the far side of the field by number 52 for the Tanners. That's David Levine.
Nice job by the cornerback that time, Dan. He fought off the receiver's block, came up and contained and brought the play inside. Well done by the Woburn defensive back.
Contreras gained 2 at 2nd down and 8. Once again, same formation by Burlington. Coach McGuire trying to get this offense off the ground. Cabana now turns, fakes it, drops it over the middle. Contreras is wide open at the 20, 25, steps inside, going to the goal line, touchdown!
Super play by Ryan Contreras. Made a nice cut at the 10-yard line and went in. Outstanding effort.
The play goes 40 yards and the Red Devils jump on top by a score of 6-0.
Well, I think one of the big things too, Dan, great play, but also they set it up the first 2 or 3 plays. I think they threw Woburn off with the formation. They made some nice play fakes. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame as well, that they're going to have to do that. They're going to trap inside and a great play fake. Contreras is wide open, made a nice pass and then a great run after the play too. Excellent job.
So Kevin Wiener is on for the extra point out of the hold of Gino Lane. Here's a snap, ball is down, Wiener kick is up, and it is good. So with 7 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the Red Devils on the strength of a 40-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Contreras to Steve Yvian from up back upfield, and the Red Devils lead by a score of 7-0.
Well, we're going to take a look at it again here, Dan. Again, excellent play fake, just turned, popped it over the middle, and what a great move right there. The defensive back was just left standing still. Great job, and the Red Devils take a 7-0 lead. Again, Dan, the play fake is what set it up. They faked the trap to the inside and just looked right down the middle of the field. Well done.
Paul, you said in the pregame, when we were talking before we went on the air, you thought Woburn was susceptible to the pass.
Very so. In the games that I've saw, Danny, their defensive backs, I think, is the weak link on this team. Like I said, they're big up front, but their defensive backs, I think, is going to be the weakness. And Sean, right away, with excellent play calling, went right after that weakness. And we got a 7-0 score by Burlington right now in the opening minutes.
So the Red Devils, the first time this year they've led in the contest, and that might be important as this game develops. Kevin Wiener will kick off. He is now 5 for 5 on extra points this season.
Well, you know, one of the big things, too, that made that touchdown, Dan, is that the defensive back broke down, but the weakness of it too deep clearly is the middle of the field. And when you have man coverage underneath the way Woburn did, they're going to go after the middle of the field all night.
Well, I have. Here's Vina now, squibs it along the ground. It's picked up over on the far side of the field by the up back, and he gets up over the 35 to the 37-yard line. That ball was carried there by number 12 for the Tanners, and that is Eric Sherry, a defensive back. And the Tanners will go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Well, traditionally, Woburn's been, with the exception of a few good years with Mike O'Reilly, has been a grind it out, take it right to you. So we'll have to see what they do here tonight.
First down and 10, the fullback will be number 32, Dabrio. Deep back, Matarese, number 41. The sophomore Reardon hands to Matarese for left side, steps inside and gets grabbed by a couple of Red Devils there. 45, Sean McGee comes over and finishes off the pile for the Red Devils. But first there is number 84, sophomore defensive end, John Whalen.
Burlington coming out in a pretty basic 5-3, 3 linebackers and 3 defensive backs. It's a 3 deep coverage. They're not man on anybody. And basically, it's a very good defense for the linebackers to read and to scrape and to go laterally as well, Dan.
Second down and 8 as Matarese gained 2 on first down. Reardon calls it over in the inside trap play to number 32, Dabrio, the fullback, and he bangs out over the 45 to about the 47-yard line, where he's tackled there by number 51, middle linebacker Matt Sherburne.
Well, excellent play. They came out in an offset eye where the fullback was basically set up between the guard tackle gap and the tailback was lined up right behind the quarterback.
The offensive line for the Tanners, 74 Rennell, 52 Levine, 53 Parziali, 67 Johnson, and 66 Aldridge. Wide to the right is Simpson. Power I formation for the Tanners. Turn the give to Matarese on third down. He just uses that strength of that offensive line and drives out to about the 49-yard line, right in front of where we are situated here in the press box, and he appears to have a first down.
It's going to be close, Dan. I think they're going to measure it here. Nope, first down.
Of course, Paul, now Woburn's not fooling anybody here, although sophomore quarterback Mike Reardon did have an impressive start last week for the Tanners.
He really did, Dan. He came in after the 4th play of the game last week and did a very admirable job. Threw the first 2 touchdown passes of the year for Woburn. Stays in the pocket very nicely and throws a pretty good pass.
And as Stephen McGuire said beforehand, he's a big kid. First down and 10 from the 49. And Reardon, the big kid, stands up and calls timeout. Didn't like the formation Burlington was in, and he'll take a timeout.
Dan, don't make me sound so intelligent with my quotes.
Well, you guys have looked great so far. You guys have fed me tonight so well that I just sit there and and I sit back and look and I say, these guys are geniuses that I'm working with. They make me sound like I'm one of the top-notch announcers around.
Well, we know you are, Dan.
That's why, Steve. That's right. That breakfast I am buying on Thanksgiving morning. Nonetheless, around the Middlesex League this afternoon, Friday evening. It's been a long time since Friday night. The Middlesex League. It was the. Let me get to the page now. Here we go. Storm winning by a score of 34-6 over Lexington. Eric Lockhart running for 101 yards and 4 touchdowns as the Spartans improved to 4-1-1 in the Middlesex League. Sean DiBraccio scored for the Minutemen. Back to the play here, 49-yard line, first down and 10. Wide to the left goes Simpson. Wide right Simpson. Wide left is number 12, Eric Sherry. I formation, back appeared to move on first down. To the right comes Matarese, stringing it out nicely. And bringing him down is number 51.
Fumbled in.
Matt Sherburne, and a key play made there by number 61, Pete Mohan, who forced the play inside.
Well, yeah, just a great job inside. Basically, the defensive end has contained and didn't let the back break contain. They just went for a toss outside, and the lead blocker came through, but made just a horrendous effort to try to make the block. So nice job by the defensive end to contain everybody inside.
That's probably because he jumped on first down. So loss of 1 on the play, second down 11. Wide right is Simpson, wide left Sherry. Offset eye now, Dabrio in front of Matarese. Turn and give to Matarese, going to the left. Being chased there, red shirts everywhere, and he dives out into Burlington territory at the 49-yard line, where the tackle was made by Sean McGee, along with number 77, Matt Gillis.
Again, a counter trap that time, run by Woburn, the guard and tackle pulling. The right side guard and the left side tackle pulling. Nice play. But well done by the Burlington defense to get in there and make a great hit.
The ball rests right on the midfield stripe, red and white. And might mention here that Doug Gillingham and his staff at the Burlington Recreation Department, a stellar job on the field. Considering all the rain we've received the past 36 hours, this field's in fabulous condition. 3rd and 9. Reardon goes straight back to pass, looking, stands up, throws it over the middle, it's incomplete. As number 12, Eric Sherry was the intended receiver, and he took a pop from number 20, Ryan Contreras, as soon as he caught the ball.
Excellent timing That's one of the big things that defensive coordinator George Balian stresses in terms of the defensive backfield. As soon as the ball's in the air, to break to it, and he may have had a good opportunity to catch the ball on a tip, but Contreras was right there to drill him and take him away from it. Well done by number 20.
That's some of the things that the sophomores showed last week in their victory against, in their loss to Watertown, Paul.
Yes, he has a very strong arm, Dan. That pass wasn't that far off. It was actually very catchable.
On fourth down, here's a punt from McInerney. Squibs it off the side of his foot. Red Devils coaches yell for Stebbins to get away from it, and it rolls out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and the Red Devils go back on offense, first down and 10.
Not a bad punt. Burlington looks like they might be able to get in on it, though, Dan.
Not exactly a Ray Guy punt either, though, Steve.
Certainly not.
But nonetheless, it was effective.
And that's all you need to be, Dan.
The Holden is Hokies, 27-0 victory this week. 28-0. Stephen, of course, involved in that program as an assistant coach, and we're glad to have you back. We were afraid we missed you the whole season.
I know, it's good to be here, certainly.
Paul Stratty received the emergency call a couple weeks ago saying, Stephen's lost, you're in. First and 10 now. Yevanian has that airplane formation for the Red Devils. We'll see if Woburn does any shifting of it. Here's the inside handoff. Burnaby gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage by number 64, Jai Smith, the nose tackle. And Burnaby gets out to the 24-yard line, gaining 1. It will be second down and 9.
Nice job up front by the Woburn defensive line. Stayed low, came in and made an excellent play.
Speaking to Coach Nelson before the game, he said this kid, Jai Smith, number 64, you'll see him. He's a big guy in the middle. He's wide and he's low to the ground. He feels that he's the best nose tackle in the league. And for coach of an 0-5 team to say that, this kid has to be playing some football. Second down and 9. Yevanian looks it over. Contreras starts in motion once again. Here's the inside handoff to Lawrence. The little bull drives out over the 26. He's still on his feet, headed towards that far sideline. He's finally brought down for the Tanners by number 27, Matt O'Connor.
Nice job. Just basically the play is at midline. Quarterback just takes a reverse. Not as in reverse, just takes one step back. Midline right up the middle of the field. Nice play.
Great atmosphere at Burlington tonight as a raw, crisp autumn evening. Great night for football. The wind continues to blow from behind our backs in the press box across in the face of the Woburn Tanners fans. Third down, let's make it 8. Yevanian sends Stebbins to the left. Wide right is Chen. He rolls out to the left now, turns, looking, throws the ball for Stebbins. It's caught by Stebbins at the 45-yard line, and he gets into Woburn territory at the 49, where he's brought out of bounds by number 27, Matt O'Connor.
Nice pass by Steve Yevanian on that one. Just lofted it over the lineman, got it out to Brian Stebbins, and once Brian caught the ball, he made an excellent run with it. Super play. Gives Burlington a first down right at midfield.
Big thing, too, is that he put that ball in a position where no one else could catch it. If it was thrown too low, it would have been picked off. If thrown too high, it would have been incomplete. So, extremely well-thrown ball.
Ball at the Woburn 49, first and 10. Yevanian calling signals. A lot more confidence in the senior quarterback. Fake inside scissors play. Here's Contreras. Busts a tackle. And he gets down to the 34-yard line where number 11 for the Tanners, Dan Wall, made a touchdown saving tackle.
What a phenomenal block by the right guard, the left guard, who pulled, and basically all he did was seal off his man, contain him inside, number 52 for Burlington. Just a fabulous block. He lined him up and just took him right to the outside, and enabling the hole to open up. Great job by the offensive line.
52 is Matt Leary. Ryan Contreras running well. He has jets in the bottom of his feet. First down and 10. Here's a quick give up the middle. Lars with a little bit of room, and he's brought down by number 51. The sophomore linebacker for the Tanners, John Lafferty, but not after gaining 9 on first down.
Right now, Burlington's offensive line, Dan, is just exploding off the ball, taking it right to Woburn. Right, it's no contest right now.
Stranger things have been known to happen in this rivalry. The Tanners hold a 19-2-1 edge, but Burlington nonetheless is trying to battle back. And I know one thing, Rocky Nelson is always weary of playing this team this late in the season. Well, second down and 1.
Woburn right now basically going with a monster instead of that too deep, Dan. They're just leaving one guy back there.
Here's Lawrence, jumps over a tackler and dives inside. He'll get the first down over the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Number 70 for the Tanners, Steve Kolotko, a junior defensive tackle, 6 foot, 220-pounder, makes the stop.
Tell you, nice job up front, the offensive line. That is one of the biggest things too. I mean, you can play anybody that is bigger than you, but if you're more aggressive off the ball, you're lower than the man in front of you, and each play you just attack and attack and attack. You're bringing it right to them. That's what Burlington's doing right now.
Stephen wants a better vantage point, so we've changed our spot in the press box. Yevanian calls the signals on 1st down and 10. Looking it over, fakes inside, hands to Burnby on that misdirection play, and Kolotko, number 70, there is make the stop once again. But he did dive forward for about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Again, all they're doing is pulling the tackle. Nice job. Coming backside, they're going back and forth either side. It looks like they've had more success running that trap running the trap to the right. So we'll have to see if that's a tendency that Burlington's going to continue to go with.
You can go anywhere in the press box now. That's your microphone. 2nd down, make it 7. Again, they stay in that formation. I call it the airplane. Kind of looks like an airplane. If you draw it out, it looks like a jet with the wings. Here's the inside fake now. Yevanian on the keeper. Goes to the right side. Spins inside. Gets to the 20-yard line. Where he's brought down there by the number 11. That's Dan Wall. Now, Dan Wall mysteriously out of the starting lineup, but really one of the strongest defensive backs the Woburn Tanners have.
I'd say he's probably their best defensive back out there, Dan. Covers a lot of ground out there. That's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter of play from Varsity Field. The score, the Burlington Red Devils 7 and the Woburn Tanners nothing. You look at the scoreboard there on a beautiful autumn evening. 7-0, the Red Devils scoring on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Steve Yevanian to Ryan Contreras at the 7:39 mark of the first quarter of play. Kevin Vina added the extra point, and the Red Devils have that 7-0 lead. Sean McGuire has to be very, very happy, Stephen, with his performance so far in the first quarter.
Certainly, definitely. I think one of the big things too is that I've noticed not so much of the spark, or actually, I would try to define it more not in terms of spark, but in terms of that we're going to come out and smash you Woburn attitude. It seems for the first time in a long time that's one thing they do not have tonight. Normally they're just very we're going to come right at you, we're going to pound away, and tonight they seem to be lacking that a little bit. We'll have to see. Coach Nelson, obviously clearly one of the best coaches around in Massachusetts. And they've had a tough year so far. I mean, we'll have to see if Burlington's able to take advantage of it. And when the old saying goes, losing begets losing, and I think over time, and when you have a team down and you keep pounding and keep pounding and keep pounding, it's going to be a good thing for Burlington to keep the momentum going here again.
3rd down, let's make it 7. Ball is on the 20-yard line of the Tanners. Yevanian looks it over, calling signals. Here's an inside handoff. It's a fake. Back to pass. He's in a little trouble. Rolls to his right. Sees some room. He's going to go towards the goal line. Dives. One swing. Touchdown. Come on, ref. Give it to him.
Off the 1-yard line, Danny. I thought he was in, but his knee hit just before he went in.
Let me tell you, we want to see the replay maybe on this one here.
He's about the 1-foot line.
Let me tell you, this kid goes up and over like Gary Anderson of the San Diego Chargers did that year. You've got to give that kid this touchdown.
Outstanding effort, though, by Stephen.
So the Red Devils have the ball on the 6-inch line. 1st down and 10.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the quarterback sneak there, Dan.
They come out with Stebbins to the right, Chen to the left, same formation. Yevanian kind of looks it over here. Goes under center, Andrew Bisher. Takes the ball, drives, touchdown! They can't take that one away from them, gentlemen, and the Red Devils have jumped out by a score of 13-0.
Well, I'll tell you, in a situation like that, when you have 4th and inches or your inches on the goal line, the safest thing to do is run a quarterback sneak. And Sean's philosophy, very simply, we're going to see it here again on the replay.
Let's go back to the first play by Yevanian, though. You're going to see it here.
But I think philosophy-wise, you never want to. You have less of a chance to fumble the ball or do anything wrong with a quarterback sneak.
There he goes. How can they not give it to him? His legs landed first in the end zone. Let's see what happened. Look at the referee's in the middle of all those players and the whole spiel. There is an injured Tanner on the field. They're attending to him there. Both coaches have come out, the Woburn trainer and the Burlington trainer. Linda Bannon there as well. Paul, you know, one thing that one of my inside sources told me, Rocky was not a happy camper when he left the field last week. You know, and to come out with this type of emotion in a Burlington game right now, Woburn's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, I expected Woburn to come out really fired up after last week's game. They had an opportunity last week to take it to Watertown. Gary Mallory fumbled with about 3 minutes left in the game, and it kind of really took the spark out of Woburn, and from that point on, they really played like they were a dead football team, and it seems to have carried over into this game, Dan. They really are not playing with any type of emotion. Burlington right now is at the top of their game. They're hitting on all 8 cylinders. Go.
64.
Sports flashback. And on LeBlanc to help bring him down. Here's 3rd down and 10. The rush is on. Here's Good. Throws a screen to LeBlanc. Watch out. Here comes Siddelmi. He breaks a tackle. He's going to water it with the 40. 35, 31 man to beat. 20 to the corner. LeBlanc touchdown.
Great play, man. Just a great play.
Mark LeBlanc. The play goes 63 yards to the left. 1994 season. We're going to bring these flashbacks here. Kevin Vina has just missed the extra point, his first miss of the season. And as the teams come back upfield, the Red Devils are on top by a score of 13-0, the 9:27 mark of this first period, the second period of play. And boy, I'll tell you what, some exciting people over in the Burlington side of the field.
Well, I think right now Paul made a good good thought about it. Is that, you know, Woburn has not come out very fired up whatsoever. And I think one of the big things too we talked about in the pregame, Dan, is that this is always a very big game for Burlington. You know, without Thanksgiving, this is a big day. You know, aside from Thanksgiving, this is one of the biggest emotionally, because Woburn is always, you know, when you're at the top as often as Woburn is, you're always going to be the team that people are going after. And Burlington's rarely had success against them. And I think right now, Burlington, for the first time in a while against these guys, is in a great position to just keep pounding away and try to pop one in and just keep going.
Of course, the key play there was, again, Ryan Contreras busting up the middle and Kyle Lawrence busting up the middle. The offensive line doing a great job on the first 2 series of downs for the Red Devils.
Low man wins, Dan. Low man wins.
On that play, too, Jaius Smith got hurt, so that might be something to watch for as the game progresses here. The big nose tackle, that could have a big effect later on in the game here.
So Matarese drops back along with Ingles for the Tanners to receive Kevin Vina's kickoff. Vina puts his foot in the ball low and a line drive right at Ingles. It goes by him, heads towards the goal line. He runs into the end zone and out comes out 5, 10, 15. One tackle missed and gets out to about the 17-yard line, where he's brought down there by number 15, Jack Diggins, and number 61, Peter Mohan.
Well, intelligent play, though, by the returner, Dan. Had he put a knee down, it would have been a safety. The ball, I believe he touched the ball out of the end. Did he touch the ball out of the end?
He has to have control before he goes in the end zone. And Paul Doobie, our official expertise when it comes to referees, that gave him that ruling a couple weeks ago. I was talking to him in one of the Pop Warner games. The player has to control the ball, then bring it in the end zone. At that point in time, it would be a safety. Anyways, more importantly, the Woburn Tanner offense yet to get on track on 1st down and 10 from their own 19-yard line. It's the tight end, number 80, Andonian, to the left side. 2 tight ends now in the game. On 1st down, he turns and gives a misdirection play. Number 41, Matarese, tries to go outside, but number 51, Matt Sherburne, stops him. And then it's number 20, Ryan Contreras, who just comes in and buries him there.
Well, again, that's very similar to what Burlington's been running all night, Dan, that trap to the inside.
Burlington is going to have to be watching. I just noticed Luke Lemon just got blown out about 10 yards back, and he's the nose tackle. That's something that if I was Woburn, I'd start looking at that as a serious option.
Gotta move, Reggie. Don't take him away.
Of course, Luke Lemon is starting because his coach Sean McGuire plays. He plays every down as if it's his last. And right now, this team needed some emotional, some of the lift that Luke can provide to them, and he's starting a nose tackle this week. Make it 5-yard gain for Matarese on first down, second down and 5. Here's Reardon on the inside handoff to number 5, Nathan Driscoll, and he pounds it out to about the 28-yard line. Kind of moves the ball forward as he was brought down. Where number 50, John Kemper, made the stop for the Red Devils.
Well, I think I just watched what Paul was talking about. Luke obviously not, as being size-wise, is in a huge disadvantage. But he's coming out right now. One of the big things that he has got to use his height and his size to his advantage by getting lower on the man inside. He's a tough guy, though, and he's doing a pretty good job so far.
Third down and 1. Backs are split now behind Reardon. Costantino, number 73, into the middle of that mix for the Burlington Red Devils. Misdirection play to Matarese. Fumble on the play. It looks like the Red Devils have recovered it. Number 48, Kyle Lawrence, down the bottom of the pile to recover that fumble. And Paul, you hit the nail right in the head. Matarese fumbling again. Lawrence recovering it. The Red Devils in prime field position.
Unfortunately, I think he's thinking too much out there, Danny. In the last 2 or 3 games, he's fumbled an incredible amount of time and really has taken the momentum, any type of momentum Woburn has had with his fumbling, he's taken him right out of the game. What a break, though, for Burlington.
What a swing, though, too. I mean, you have 3rd and 1. First down, and you keep plowing away. Now Burlington has the ball. Big thing, too, is that emotionally, as Paul just said, it's a big drainer. And it's a pretty simple philosophy, Dan, but you can't score if you don't have the ball. And that's something Woburn needs to do right now.
Well, Burlington has to take a timeout here with the 7:48 left here in the second quarter of play. Mike Burnaby, who was a surprise starter. I mean, he's been putting this off in his offense because of his speed and quickness. Was sitting on the sideline when the Red Devils offense was out there. It's one of those sophomore mistakes you talk about.
He was cheering, though.
He was happy, though. He was patting Lawrence in the back saying, great job. He just had to remember he was part of that offense. Steve, I had to go back to something you said, though. I have to correct you. Okay. You said the safest play in the world was the quarterback sneak, unless Stephen McGuire is the quarterback. He always wanted to give the ball that big fullback Sean Lang so Sean Lang could dive it over.
I agree, certainly.
I'm only kidding.
I know.
I have seen you go over from 6 inches out, and you were 2 for 2 in your career, by the way.
I think we had a few more than that.
No, you personally were 2
I think I had a few more than that.
Did you?
Oh, give me some credit, would you? God, I wasn't that small.
Nonetheless, the Red
packing
Devils.
them on now, Dan.
I think you're ready to play nose tackle. Nonetheless, the Red Devils come back on the field at the 7:48 mark of the second quarter of play. Burnaby is now in the game.
Touchdown here is huge for Burlington in terms of momentum.
Now they've changed their offense. Burnaby's out traditional backfield with a slot right Contreras. Single setback Lawrence, back to pass. Yavanian throws it over the middle to, number 84, John Whalen, the sophomore tight end who had just come in that formation. And the ball actually went right between his hands at the 20-yard line. He would have had a decent pickup.
Well, I think good thought, too. I mean, first down, you've been pounding away. First down, and when the ball's resting, where are we looking here, Dan? Around the 30. Not a bad idea to take a shot early, and now you have 3 more downs to pound it away. This is 4-down territory. You're basically not going to punt. So pretty solid job offensively. Good call, I'd say.
Second down and 10. Ball rests on the 29-yard line. Then back to that airplane formation. Yavanian looks it over. Calling signals, turns on the misdirection play to Burnaby. Burnaby bounces off a couple of people and pounds inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. One official's pointing Woburn ball on the play. No,
I believe he was
and one
down.
guy's pointing third down, so the ball was taken back after he hit the ground. Of course, Woburn's got the few gift of fumbles when the ball's been on the ground in this rivalry.
Oh, dare we even speak about it? So long ago.
It was Halloween weekend, too.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
But nonetheless, third down, make it 5 as Burnaby picked up 5.
Well, good to see, too, a second effort in terms of just putting your head down and trying to pound right in there. Good job by the back that time.
There'll be under 7 minutes left in this first half when the ball is snapped. Once again, that same formation. Yavanian now sends in motion Burnaby. Misdirection play to Contreras. He gets a block and steps inside to about the 13-yard line and gets another first down.
Well, I'll tell you, we mentioned in terms of the fact of the potential weakness of Woburn being the defensive backfield. One of the things I'm noticing is that none of the defensive backs are taking any read steps. So when the plays run, the guys are left standing there flat-footed instead of having some sort of momentum to cut up and come after the ball carrier. Very interesting to see that, Dan. It's something to note when the ball gets past the line of scrimmage. Those guys have no momentum to come up and make a tackle.
1st and 10 at the 13. Single setback is Lawrence. In motion now Burnaby, right to left. Inside handoff, Lawrence gets met. Bingo, right there. First guy in the stop, down the bottom of the pile for the Tanners. Is number 51, John Lafferty. And Paul, that's one of the guys that Coach Rocky Nelson singled out in his press conference midweek of playing very, very well last week.
That's right, Dan, and that's the guy that Woburn is really going to have to look to really step it up here and make some type of effort to do something against this Burlington offense that right now is on a roll.
Key stat of the week, last week the Tanners gave up 273 yards rushing. Now Dicker had a lot to say about that, but nonetheless the Red Devils have picked up right where the Red Raiders left off. Inside handoff to number 20, Contreras. He's bouncing off a couple of people, and he slips under a tackle and gets to about the, let's call it the 9-yard line, where he'll be about 5 yards short of a first down.
Well, nice job. Just lowering the shoulder. Go. Now, I would look here, Dan, I'll tell you. The safety in the middle of the field is no deeper than 8 yards off the ball. So I would certainly look for a play-action pass. These guys, the defensive backs, are not taking any read steps. And, you know, as soon as they see the play-action, I'm sure they're going to come up. So I would look for some sort of pop over the middle to the tight end or something misdirectional, maybe releasing both tight ends and having that middle safety have to make a decision. You're going to have one man open. There's only, there's two guys going out and one man to cover him. So I would look tight end here, Dan, for Burlington.
Burlington has taken a timeout. You know, you quarterbacks think alike a bit because Sean has taken a timeout. He wants to talk things over. He wants to make sure that he's bringing Whalen now into the offense. So he may be talking exactly what you've noticed here. And I'm sure his coaching staff up here in the booth with us, who we got up here tonight? We got Sean Driscoll and Bobby Macaluso are looking at that as well. Oh, Paul, Wobur's really, Rocky's going to be just like eating it himself right now because he's an emotional guy.
I'm waiting, Dan, for that sweater to come off across the sidelines. He's got about halfway off. He's going to be doing a slow boil over there because Woburn right now is giving him little or no effort out there. But you got to give credit to Burlington's offensive line too, Dan. They are really playing well right now and opening up some gaping holes out there.
That's right. That's Gillis, Guerra, Sherburne, Leary, and Bisher up front. 84 now. Backs are split behind Yavanian on 3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. They have to get to the 3 for a first down. Back to pass, looking, throws it over the
there it is, Ben.
Stebbins. And it's intercepted. No, it's incomplete. As number 10, Derek McAnanty, stepped in front of Stebbins and almost picked that ball off.
Very close to being intercepted, Dan, on that play. Brian, though, really has to go for that ball on that play. It was a little bit underthrown, okay, and he really he has to really fight through the defensive back to see if he can make a play on that. Burlington was lucky it wasn't intercepted.
On 4th down, Kevin Vina will come on to attempt a field goal out of the hold of Gino Lane. We remind you that Lane is a quarterback. The ball will be placed down at the, let's call it the 17-yard line, a 27-yard field goal attempt. Ball is down, kick is up, it's on the way, and it is good!
Nice job.
So as the teams head back upfield at Varsity Field with 4 minutes, 47 seconds left here in the first half of play, the Red Devils lead by a score of 16-0.
Well, let me tell you, an excellent field goal and great to get 3 out of that for the Red Devils. I think if we go back to the attempted pass on 3rd down, one of the things I would say that Sean is going to correct is that ball's got to be thrown a lot sooner and not be able to give the defensive back the amount of time that he had. Now, we had mentioned the safety really isn't taking any read steps or moving that quickly, but one of the big things that they need to do is the quarterback needs to get his head around a little bit sooner and throw that ball quicker and a lot firmer. That's a touchdown if he throws it to him. So
I was saying the same thing as I was sitting up here.
You can't give him the time to react the way that we did on that time. But I'm sure it'll be corrected at halftime.
Nonetheless, Sean McGuire has been very pleased with the progress that Stephen Yavanian has made at quarterback. To keep the microphone on, you don't have to worry about clipping it back onto your body. For those people who are in attendance this afternoon at Woburn down Main Street, the Lions Day Parade to support eye research, a great job. If anyone wants to give a donation, they can send it to the Woburn Lions Club in Woburn, Massachusetts. But more importantly, Vina's going to kick this one off from his own 40. Back deep, receiving the ball there will be number 22 for the Tanners. He gets out in the middle of the field trying to find some running room, and he's finally brought down by number 61, Pete Mohan. But a good return from Mike Ingles, and the Tanners start with their best field position of the afternoon at their own 44-yard line, first down and 10.
Nice job, very aggressive return by the Tanners, and they have plenty of time here, so Burlington needs to be conscious. It would be great to go in with a 16-0 lead at halftime.
This is where Burlington's defense is going to have to make a statement here and step up.
So it's first down and 10 for the Tanners, now in that power I formation they like to run.
Yeah, motion
before it. Now that's the same guy who jumped last time, I think, that fullback coming into the game in that power formation. And there's a dead ball foul, 5-yard penalty to be marched off against the Tanners for illegal procedures.
You know, some of the things we mentioned in terms of this not being the traditional Woburn team, penalties rarely a factor, especially one such as motion and a little non-disciplined things that you know we've seen in fumbles, and you know certainly a little bit of a lackluster attack here to begin the game, Dan.
First down and make it 15. I formation now, Dabrio the up back, wide right Simpson, slot right is number 12 Sherry, who comes in motion right to left for the Tanners. Back to pass, it was moving again. Here's a pass on the far side, it's almost picked off. Ryan Contreras timed it perfectly, stepped in front of Simpson. The only thing he had in front of him were orange cones to the goal line.
Nice play. Again, like we talked about with Coach George Balian, very well done by Contreras to break on the ball. Big thing, though, that's one of two things is going to happen there. It's one of three things. It's going to be a knockdown, it's going to be an interception, or it's going to be a completion for a long way. So, gutsy play, nice job to break it up.
But nonetheless, Ryan Contreras, I think he's been taught that if he's able to make that,
do it.
He has to make it.
Because he's such a good athlete. You know?
Yeah, he really is. He's their best cover guy, one-on-one, let's say. But George was telling me midweek, the other two guys, they cover guys a little bit different. Vanian and Stebbins, they each have their own little technique. He's got three good ones back there for the Devils. Second down and 15. Backs are split behind Ridden. Ridden goes straight back to pass. Look, and here's the blitz. He's going to be brought down.
Nice job.
Beautiful. Number 51, Matt Sherburne, makes the play on the blitz, and he drops him back to the 29-yard line.
Phenomenal job, I'll tell you. They sat in the 5-3. The two outside linebackers, Red, sent Sherburne, who's the middle linebacker, right up the middle of the field. And one of the things that enabled him to make the tackle, Dan, is that he didn't leave his feet. He came flying in. He could have been a little out of control, but broke down and just hung on, made a fabulous play. I'll tell you, excellent job by Matt Sherburne.
The ball has to get to the 47-yard line. 24 yards to go on third down.
47.
The Burlington 47. Third down and 24. Single setback now is number 11, Dan Wall. I'm sorry, wide left is Sherry, wide right Simpson. Straight back to pass, draw play. John Costantino grabs Matarese, and he's not going anywhere past the 32-yard line.
Well, we made the call up here now. I mean, pretty safe play to run. You don't want to give the other team any momentum with an interception, and a draw very safe to run in that situation.
Woburn was trying to get out of this half alive.
I'd say so right now, Dan. They are just doing everything possible wrong that they could do. Burlington again playing with a lot of emotion tonight and really playing well.
I'll tell you, there's blood in the water at this point too. A touchdown here makes it potentially 20 or 21 or 22 nothing going in. So
there's McInerney. He's going to punt the ball away. Ball is a high snap. He controls it nicely. Wobbles it again off the side of his foot. Devanian runs out of the way and hits at the Woburn 44-yard line. It's down there by Sherry. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line with 2:36 left. And I believe Burlington has 3 timeouts.
Burlington.